Hi friends, we're back. Now we're going to talk about science. And this week we've been talking about forces and motion and all that good stuff. And today we're going to put it all together into something really, really cool, but something that Mrs. Rooney does not ride on because she is petrified of them. We're talking about roller coasters. All right, so if you can open up your science workbook, to page 61. Okay, if you can open it up to page 61 and look at this page. Okay, now I had you watch a quick video about roller coasters, and I watched it and I thought it was pretty cool. That's why I wanted you to watch it before we did our lesson, because I want to talk about that video while we're talking about roller coasters. So in our science workbook today, we're talking about a roller coaster designer. That is actually a job, which I think is really, really cool. Roller coaster engineers design roller coasters, and they have to keep safety in mind as they plan the ride. And I know in the video they talked about safety at the end of the ride, about how they use the harnesses and things like that. And that's a very important part. What I want to talk about is how do the roller coasters work. And I know that the video explained how they work and how they compared them to trains, which I thought was really cool, because if you told me that you thought trains and roller coasters were similar, I would have never agreed with you, because I'm petrified of roller coasters, but I don't mind trains at all. And I think the biggest difference is they said they both go on tracks, but roller coasters can go upside down, and trains do not, which is why Mrs. Rooney rides trains and she doesn't ride roller coasters. But what's interesting, I thought too, was that they talked about how trains have one set of wheels. And do you remember how many sets of wheels the roller coasters have? Very good. They have 3 sets of wheels. And one of those sets of wheels is specifically, that means exactly 4, so that that roller coaster can go upside down. The other big difference they talked about is how trains and roller coasters are powered. That means what makes them move, what force makes them move. So trains have engines, and that's what pulls a train along, right? There's that word pull. It pulls the train along. Well, roller coasters don't have an engine. They get pulled to the top. Remember they showed you they get pulled to the top by those big, strong cables. And when they get to the top, what brings them down? Sir Isaac Newton told us this. Gravity does, right? That invisible pull that pulls things down that go up, right? So that's how a roller coaster works. Because it goes up, it has to come down. And it comes down with that invisible force called gravity. Okay? Then they also talked about roller coasters that are like a slingshot, and that they can go as fast as a racing car, 60 miles per hour. Another reason Mrs. Rooney doesn't ride roller coasters. But I thought it was really, really interesting, because when I was watching the video, I kept hearing them use the words push and pull, which we've been talking about all week as being the 2 main forces that get things to move or to make them change their direction. Then, roller coasters obviously go, and they go very fast, but at some point they have to be stopped, and something has to happen in order for that roller coaster to change its direction, meaning it's not going forward anymore, it's going to stop. And I thought it was very interesting when they showed the magnets that come up out of the track, and they push against the bottom of the roller coaster car to get the car to slow down. So as I was watching it, I was just, being a teacher, very excited about the fact that they kept talking about pushing and pulling and pushing and pulling. And I thought, well, this is perfect, because we've been talking about that all week. What I thought was super duper cool at the end of the video was, did you see it? The roller coaster restaurant. How cool was that? You sit there, you order your food, and it comes down all those roller coaster tracks coming down to you. I was like, ooh, we need to find out where that restaurant is and maybe take a field trip someday, because I thought that was really super cool. So what I would like you to do in your science workbook is, if you turn the page, there is a big purple box here. And guess what they want you to do? They want you to design your own roller coaster there. So if you want, you can go back and watch that video again and look at a couple of the different roller coasters that they had on there, or you can create your very own roller coaster however you want. And I would love to see pictures of these. So if you ask mom and dad to send me a picture of them, or of you holding your roller coaster, you can do that too. Because like I said, I thought that that video was really cool the way it discussed roller coasters. And I would love to see how you would design your own roller coaster. Okay, so enjoy the rest of your day. Design those roller coasters. I'm looking forward to seeing them, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, take care, friends. Bye-bye.